Hello, crafty people. Ashley here. Make it with Ashley. So today I am working on some gift tags. So I like to bake and cook, so I wanted to give a thank you little treat to some of my fellow math department teachers at my high school. So this brand new stamp set just came out today. This is the Pumpkin Treats Stamp and Thin Cut, and I thought these are perfect to put on a little tag, cheers, yum, and to tie on to something baked. So I have already been playing around with some of these. So I stamped this in intense black ink. So anytime you are going to be coloring, whether it's with markers or watercolor, anything like that, you want to use intense black so it doesn't bleed. So what have I used? Let's go ahead and start with the pie. All right. So initially my thought was oh, I didn't finish that one. I got distracted, forgot the crust. Let me use the one that's done. So I have this cute little pie and I thought cherry or strawberry cheesecake. And so this one is dark red and these are all the Spectrum Noir markers, the tri-blend, so I'm using a couple different shades on them. And then I used the golden brown for the cheesecake. I used tan for the crust, and then if you can see that, I actually use yellow on the whipped cream, right? It looks a little bit better than the gray did. Okay, so I played with that. I made a couple of those, as you can see, but then I decided pumpkin pie because I really liked how that kind of paired up with the pumpkin on the cup. So I'm thinking I'm going to pair some of these up together to create some clusters, and then the Starbucks and the donut I thought were pretty cute together. So on my orange or pumpkin, I use orange, and this is going to be the light color of orange. And so I just will start. I like to use kind of circular motions unless it's an edge. So I'll follow my lines. And then I use circular motions, and that just kind of gets it nice and blended so you don't have any, harsh strokes. So that's just the solid. And then to give it that depth, I'm going to go in, I'm actually going to use the dark of orange to get a nice contrast. And I'm just going to outline that edge. And this gives it that shadow, that dimension, and that fun like little pop. There we go. All right. So next I will go ahead and do the frosting. So this is the light yellow, and that is going to be on the light side. And I'm just going to kind of follow those little swooshes on my whipped cream, because we want most of it to be white, just that little kind of highlight or shadow. I guess the yellow would probably be more of a shadow because white would be your highlight. But it gives it that dimension. So again, I'm following that edge. All right. And you can see. And then next is going to be the actual crust. And I used tan for that one. Okay, and I used the medium tan to color it in, and then I'm going to use the dark on the tan to add my shadow or my outline to it. And so you see we have those kind of fun markings actually drawn in. Okay, so I'll switch to dark, and then I'm going to do the top. Come down the edge, And then I'm going to do kind of the bottom of some of these little swishes. And then I'm actually going to do the full bottom and side because it's not that thick. Okay. And it is simple as pie. All right. So that is awesome. That'll get paired up with a cute little mug. Speaking of mugs, you can see I have a wide variety of color of mugs. It was actually kind of funny. I kept coloring them. I like this one. I like that one. It wasn't my favorite. My favorite one was teal. Actually, sorry, it's not teal. It's called Jade Green. Okay. And so again, those ones are pretty easy to do. If I start with the Jade Green, I started with the light side of Jade Green. Again, see how I'm just coloring in circular motions? And that is just to help everything blend out nicely. Sometimes if you just go back and forth, you'll get kind of more of a harsher line, or you'll get more of a direction that appears. So I feel like the circles help with that. And then the circles are also how you want to blend your colors together. Okay. And then the bottom of our teacup. And then can't forget that handle. Okay. So then I'm going to flip to the dark side of Jade. I wanted that nice deep contrast between the two. And I'm just going to literally outline. And so I do not want blended lines. I want more of that contrast. On the handle, I added a little bit of a shadow there, and then I'm following the bottom or the inside of the handle, and then that little kind of marking on the cup, I colored that solid to give it that contrast. Okay, so that's the Jade. So next is going to be the pumpkin. So again, that's going to match our cheesecake. That's just in orange. So I start with the light, just like on my cheesecake. And then this one, I do the dark. And again, I'm just doing that outer edge, the circle, and then the outer edge again to give that pumpkin some cute little dimension. I notice it does have a little stem, so I'm going to bust out the dull green, and I'm using the medium of the dull green to give that its little green pop. I'm going to flip to my light yellow marker, and again, I'm on light, using the light yellow marker, and that is all of my whipped cream, gets that light yellow, and I'm doing the underside of all the whipped cream. Okay, just adds that cute little dimension. And then last but certainly not least is going to be the cinnamon stick. And I used tan, and I used the dark side of tan. Okay, and so again, you can see super cute, super easy, and super quick to color these in. The donut was pretty quick. So I was kind of bouncing back and forth between two different ones. I liked this is the pale pink, and this is the bright pink. So those were kind of the two pink options I had. So I have one of the Spectrum Noir Tri-Blend marker sets. I think it's called Essentials. And so you can see the colors there. They have this great color chart. So the blanks are the other set of markers. If you're looking to get a set of markers, you can either buy these individually or you can buy them all in one go. I guess it's two different bundles. I like the bundles because then it gives you a little bit of everything. But you can buy them individual. It's the same cost, I think, either way. But the chart's super awesome. If you need that, just let me know and I'll send you the PDF. You color it in. But you can see I kind of only had these two pinks, and I kind of like them both. I did more of a brighter green, and then I also played with a darker green, and then the darker I liked with that versus the brighter. But the donut is super quick. I put some stickles, silver stickles, on top of the sprinkles to give this kind of that sparkle. So that's kind of a fun little addition. Sorry, my dog in the background. But to color this one, we need the golden brown. Here's my golden brown marker. And I use the light side of golden brown. So actually, I should say, this is the light side, and it's highlighted with medium. This is medium highlighted with the dark. So you can kind of see the difference. So my muted one, I go for more muted versus the darker obviously. So this is the light side. And again, I'm just going to color this guy in real quick. Okay. And then I'm going to outline in medium. And this one I am just doing the outside of the donut. My logic on this is you wouldn't have any shadow up here at the top where the frosting is. You'd have it around the edges, and that helps give it kind of more of a round three-dimensional shape. So next I'm going to do this one in the pale pink. And so the pale pink, I used the, medium. I used medium, and then I'm going to outline it in the dark. One thing I noticed in the pale pinks, there's not as high a contrast as some of the other ones. If you want it to be a little bit more distinguished, you can do the pale pink, the light color, and outline with the dark. But overall, I liked this best when I was playing around with some options. Okay. And then again, I'm going to flip to the dark side. And I'm simply outlining the edge. And then to add some sparkles to this one, I simply take my stickles and I just run it along in lines. And so you want to start, squeeze, kind of get that nice strip, so you're going, you have a length. Doesn't take too long to dry because it's not super thick, but kind of adds a fun sparkle to your card. I guess if you had, I didn't have any pink on hand, but that could also be fun, or even doing like rainbow. That could be kind of cute. So, but yeah, so you can see. And then last but not least was my favorite one, and that's the Starbucks, coffee. So I'm going to start with Earth Brown, okay? And so if you go to the dark on Earth Brown, that is going to be your chocolate sauce. So this one's got chocolate on the top. Okay. And then on the opposite side, the light side, that is going to be my actual coffee color. So I couldn't decide if this is like, I don't know, what some kind of fun frappuccino coming through. I did play with making the heart a different color. So you'll notice this one, there's a black heart and a black straw. I was playing with having the green and a different color. I think I picked pink initially. Did not like it. I liked all of it a solid color, or not solid, well, all matching. It looked better. Okay. And definitely more like our Starbucks company. Okay. So there's that. So up next is light yellow. Let's hit that frosting. So again, the light side, and I'm just doing the underside. So underside of the drip and underside of the whipped cream. Okay. Next is, I want to say it was dull green. Where's my dull green? There is my dull green. And it is light on the green. Oh no, sorry, it's not dull green, it's light green. My bad. It was dark on the light green colored marker. So I'm using the dark side of the light green to give you this brighter. So this is the difference between dull green versus the light green. Okay, and then I liked that kind of brighter feel. And then I liked, so you can see how this one I colored the edge of the cup and I liked it way better left white. So that's half the thing, you guys, is just play around, cut some extras. Even that as a mess up still looks great. So it's going to get slapped onto a tag for a treat. No one's going to, you know, give it much thought. They'll be like, oh, cute, move on. And so these would also be really cute in a card. So that was the other thing I was thinking about. But I always like giving out treats, and just having some fun tags on hand is great. Oh, my straw. So again, doing that alternating on the straw. I liked the green and the white. Bam. And there is your cute little Starbucks straw. All right.